go and say, let's go all out, or are we going to play passive? Because we have not seen them play passive yet.
No.
We really haven't. And compared to RMU, who've said, all right, let's try and get a little bit out there. So are they going to play super passive, or are they going to play, all out, Battlefield kind of style?
Yeah.
And we're going to see here shortly. So yeah, getting into it, let's go ahead and change it up once again. But looking at it right now, again, neutral start right down the road. No difference, even with the Zyra there. Mm-hmm. We saw this before, they try and do that bush gank, and they aren't doing it this time.
Yeah.
And so that just shows caution.
And the thing, too, is last time there was a Zyra, it was actually RMU on blue side, and it was Zenith on the red side. So the Cattiers went into lane to set up those plants, and immediately all of RMU was waiting there, and it was a good level 1 strategy, and really poked out Cattiers and destroyed some of those plants. So Cattiers had to back, and it was a very late start for their bot lane. The RMU bot lane got a level advantage, and there were no setup with the plants. So it was a great job by RMU, but that's not happening right now.
Actually, Cattiers just walked in and destroyed most of the plants and actually popped them early. So great job on that. Make sure she can't get the advantage in lane. Although now Zyra can just go back and kind of set up a few more. Obviously pop too early, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and it won't be like the normal 5 or 6, from the start. So that's at least that's a good thing for the Zenith bot lane. But so Mordio's going to start topside. Mordio's going to start topside. So it's going to be complete opposite. Yeah. So Rek'Sai starting top, and then there's going to be Rengar starting bot side. So both of them starting red buff, and fairly standard for both of them. It'll help them with their clear.
And this is great for Sudsy. We talked about it before. The wave clear from Talia is great.
Yeah.
And there actually used to be a thing back in when Talia was first released.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They gave her a buff, and it gave her a buff to her Q, how much damage it did to minions. Before it felt like it didn't do anything, so they buffed it. Gave it like an extra 20-30% extra damage. And you could clear out an entire backline wave of mage minions. In one shot, at level 1.
It was like the Aurelion, her and Aurelion Sol were about the same, where they completely destroyed the first wave, went and took Raptors, and that was it.
Yeah, and it was a very common strategy at that time to really do that.
Until Spencer cheesed him with the...
It wasn't a cheese.
Oh, no, not cheese. Yeah, it was very good.
It's not a cheese. That's a reaction to a very obvious Talia play.
Definitely. So it was extremely... I was impressed when he did that, So.
I think that's considered the metagaming of
the gaming
for sure,
world,
So. Yeah. And so now you can't exactly do that. They did shut it down again, but look at this. Rek'Sai looking around, wants to hop on this Talia, and I don't think she notices. Yeah, nothing there just yet. Oh, they go all the way in. This could be Sudsy dead again in the mid lane. First kill over. No, he tries to run away. Tries to get a little bit more damage, but the ignite, there it is. First blood over to Gillette once again.
Yeah.
And great job.
Sudsy's just getting picked on. Mordio every single time. Last game on Rek'Sai also went mid, regardless of what the champion is, but also got first blood again. So.
Yeah. But we remember how this went down. It ended in a clown fiesta.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see if they keep doing this. What are the other lanes going to do? And again, fast and loose from Zenith has been their strong point, but they're being forced into corners here.
Yeah. Yeah, so a really quick start for RMU, which is pretty good. Kled is going to push Maokai, and that's the one thing about this matchup. It's going to be really hard for Maokai to farm under turret just in general, especially when they get
run around cat ears a little bit too far up. Gets a lot of damage down. Look at that poke. The shield did eat up most of that damage, but still, under a quarter HP, has to heal up. West Coast going in on Chump John, gets a little bit of damage down the tree, getting chopped down by the axe. He actually goes back in, tries to save himself from the last tick of the axe, and that's something to talk about as Kled as well. And so one of his skills is actually, it's automatic, so no wind up, no nothing, and you actually, every third hit, or every fourth hit or so, you get extra bonus damage on it. And it actually speeds up your attack speed. So it's a very strong skill for, murdering tanks like this. Look at that great pull under. Chump John getting extremely low, but knows he's under tower, healing up with the corrupting potion, so he's going to stay alive.
Yeah, definitely. And that's definitely going to be a brutal lane for him for a while. And Mordio's top side, so... Could
actually, they're looking to dive here. They want this kill. They got one in the mid lane. Are they going to get topside? They can go in. Here they go on the hunt. Good job. Under the tower, he flashes away. Mordio taking so much damage. He might go down. He went down. Good job. 1-for-1 trade, and what could have been a 1-for-0.
Wow, that was great job by Chump John to like pull something off there, because that was going to be pretty devastating if Mordio could pull off a second gank just like that. But he was full health.
Basically.
Yeah, he was full health.
Yeah.
And luckily too, for at least Chump John, it was Mordio who took the first tower aggro. Like, remember what we said, that if Kled takes tower aggro and then hops off of what was his name?
Scarl.
Scarl, yeah. If he hops off Scarl, then he becomes untargetable for a second and actually loses tower aggro. So that was maybe a misplay there for Mordio and Rek'Sai. Oh,
but I mean,
good damage.
They tried. They at least got a kill, but still not exactly what they wanted.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
still got the push. Still got to get a little bit of a CS lead
Yeah.
over Chump John.
And Chump John had to use a teleport right away to get back to lane. So both teleports on an even cooldown now.
Yeah. And again, now in the mid lane, this is looking in favor of Gillette. He already got all the summoners, and there it is. Seismic Shove does miss. I feel he needs to save that to be reactionary to LeBlanc. And I hate saying that because, again, we're talking about Zenith Esports. He needs to go on the offensive, but in a Talia versus LeBlanc matchup, you need to save those stones to make sure you can catch her on the way in.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, that is definitely the best way of playing it. With the second LeBlanc distorts in, then you lay out the minefield pretty much right underneath you, as long as you can hit also the distortion pad too. Then just automatically hit her with your Qs to deal a bunch of damage, kind of scare him back to the pad, and then you can launch her back up.
Now looking around it, here we go again, right in the mid lane, but Chump John getting taken out. Look at that eatery right there, just cutting through him. Vengeful Maelstrom does go down. Skull is gone.
Here's Galen.
Galen, he does have ult. Flashes down, actually gets a root. Might get one more. No, they have to run away. Unfortunately, Rengar with the first ultimate actually used it. I think he was looking towards mid lane earlier.
Yeah,
and it sounded, so Kled was able to get away.
Definitely, and he didn't have any of his full stack, so he threw out his first Ebola, and then threw out the second Ebola, and he couldn't throw out the second bullet because he didn't have the 5 stacks. So that was one reason. If he would have had those 5 stacks, that probably would have been a dead Kled. So for sure.
So maybe showing some inefficiency or improficiency or what.
Maybe going
mechanically not well off on Rengar right now.
Yeah, maybe he's just looking to possibly. Okay, so here's Gillette looking to get some deep wards in too. So
actually, there we go. Mordio looking for a kill. Oh, actually, he's looking to go to Dragon. I think just roaming, but oh no, Talia looking like you get caught out. Here comes Shady. They are picking on Sudsy here. He's gonna go down, rooted up, kill over to Shady. And again,
great roam.
This is becoming a common factor. You pick on Sudsy, you pick on the guy that looks like he's a staple for Zenith Esports, and you just punish it over and over again. And this is actually really bad because now Galen is caught out in there. He does have flash, he can't get away. Flashes a half a foot. He's gonna die. Actually gets away. Here comes LeBlanc on the side, gets a kill. Great job, Shady.
It goes over to Shady.
Yeah.
So you would have much rather if that went over to Gillette, but it's not that you at least get a kill there for RMU. But it did go over to the support. Luckily, it is a Zyra, so it's nothing too serious. But good job. They knew that was warded. That was a good job by Gillette to actually get there and pre-ward that. So. But yeah, RMU are already off to a pretty good lead, up almost 1K gold already. So
yeah, and Cat Air is getting poked out again, but this is what happens when you put, I feel, this kind of composition together. Because before with the tanks, you can kind of stave them off. You know, you can kind of stave them off, keep them at bay. But now Galen on this Rengar, level 6 hasn't pulled a gank except once, just to show his face in the top side. Again, we talked about it. Rengar has to get these early ganks off. He needs that early pressure. He needs that early damage to really do some work. And he's going to be more of a hindrance than he would like to be to his team. Yeah,
if he can get a few good ganks off, like the thing too, Mordio has already pulled off 3 ganks already. So,
and all of them very, very successful. 0-1-3. You know, he did die to topside once, but he has gotten multiple kills for his team.
Yeah, definitely. And if Galen can definitely get some kills going, he's going to need to use his ult. Probably on this bot lane, honestly, because then you got that Infernal Dragon that's going to help a lot with your team comp. If you can get maybe a couple kills in the bot lane and then rotate and try to get an early...
Here we go, Jurassic gets locked up by the Channing Corruption and the Root. Did we see this so many times before? Are they going to fire away? No, has to flash away. He is going to survive.
Oh,
good flash
heal.
And dodge. And the hit as well. They're looking for it, but Shady blocks the ace in a hole, so they survive.
Yeah, and Zenith's just really late to rotate here.
Yeah. And teleport
RMU's on top of it.
behind. Here comes Kled. Kled charging into the battle. Is he going to do any work? No, he's not charging into the battle just yet.
Not
They
yet.
want to die this. Rengar is there. Says, no, you're not allowed to do anything here. Actually jumps
Whoa,
on
Shady.
Shady. Gets
Good
knocked
flash.
up. Flashed away, yeah, but Mordio knocks it up. Here comes Sudsy. Sudsy with the Weaver's Wall. Gillette is off the way. Oh, Kled got blocked up by the wall. Unfortunately, he's under tower. They're looking for it. Here comes the teleport in from Maokai. They can't clean this up. No, everyone else is low. Chump John wants to fight this, but I think they have to back off.
Yeah, that was a really good route by Shady there to timed it really well on the teleport, so Chump John couldn't get any roots off or anything like that. So they look like they're going to turn for this dragon, and Zenith is backing, so they might get this for free.
And again, the proactive plays making
the flash!
Galen going very, very low. Again, that's the Kled doing some work here.
Yeah, that's definitely not worth it though. I mean, you're just going to get like maybe 10
damage.
gold, off of those Krugs, but definitely this is worth it getting the dragon for sure.
And ooh, West Coast carry gets popped by a sapling.
Yeah, and that's a pretty big deal because already the Zenith bot lane is rotating top. They knew that the dragon was probably not going to be there. So
chain went backwards actually. Gillette wanted to land a chain on Sudsy, actually sent it backwards away from Talia.
Yeah. But the bot lane for Zenith already rotating top, so they could be getting this tower pretty quickly already. So we'll see. Maokai stayed bot, and so he's going to push this wave into the RMU tower. So already Zenith kind of on a better rotation. However, before that, RMU did get the Infernal Drake. So it might be somewhat of an even exchange. We'll see.
Yeah, and you can see this tower almost going down, but Kled is here to back it off, and so is...
here's a big wave here, but he did get Tiamat, so it's going to be a little easier for Kled to clear these waves.
Yeah, and Rengar kind of caught out on the wrong side of the map here. Yep, he does get away, gets rooted up, but he will be able to help. There it is, Gillette landing 2 chains on, but gets away.
Yeah, not too bad.
Minera said again, Sudsy taking so much punishment in this mid lane.
And it's unfortunate for him because he's getting so much attention from everybody else. It's not just Gillette making some really good plays. It's you have Shady roaming in multiple times, and you have Mordio automatically. The very first gank is mid lane again to try to get first blood, which he gave over.
And look at that, he is sitting on top of a ward right now. They know this is possibly happening. Actually, they might not. They didn't think the entire team would be there. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Cattiers again. The recipient of a very poor timed death. He is not happy. They saw one. Here comes Rengar. He's trying, but just pops a tunnel? I guess he didn't have anything else, but that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it earlier. Reactivity versus proactivity, and every time proactivity will win.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel every time proactivity will win if you pull it off successfully.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't give the team time to react.
Yeah, definitely. And RMU is definitely on the front foot now. They're making a lot more plays around the map.
And here we go again. Sudsy getting turned on, but great job to kind of
There's Shady again in the mid lane, just helping him out. So
this is like a mid lane's nightmare.
It really is. I mean,
this whole series is just like Sudsy team.
He's trying to 1v2 in the mid lane nonstop.
Team, I have 5 mid. Where's everyone else?
Yeah, seriously.
And it's so painful to watch as a mid lane player, because you really want to see it happen. And
that was a great poke, at least. Right
yeah,
there,
that was actually unintentional, I think.
Yeah.
And now there's 3. West Coast going in for the Rengar. They know he has no ult and charging in the back. There he goes. Karma, speed up, keeps him alive.
Yeah, very good job to be there. A little bit of a wasted ult from Kled. A good attempt to try to get the catch there onto Rengar. Sudsy's getting a little low on mana and about half health, so he's definitely going to have to back here, but Gillette's probably going to have to back as well.
Yeah, he didn't go the Magi's Lost Tomb, and so he doesn't have the extra mana in there. He actually went for the Fendish Codex.
Yeah, definitely. And he does have the Spectre Cow as well for the little bit of MR. And here's the crazy thing too is Gillette went Spell Pin Boots immediately. They both have double Doran's Ring, but they both have the Spectre's Cow. And instead of building into Morello's for Gillette, he's actually instantly bought a Spell Pin Boot. And I think probably because he saw the Spectre's Cow being built.
And it's actually a common thing on a LeBlanc player. You don't actually need the mana because most times either you're going to die or you're going to need to go back one way or another.
Yeah.
So you don't go for the mana. You just go for the raw AP and MR, so you always win that fight. Because apparently, my understanding is if you use all your mana as a LeBlanc already, you're not playing LeBlanc right.
Yeah, pretty much.
So there we go. Mordio goes actually all the way in, finds cat ears, but he's on the wrong side of the map. He does not want to fight this. There
teleport,
actually flies back in. I'm actually confused about that little mechanic there, but Galen is going to get knocked out by Has to Flash Away. West Coast is actually stuck in the Weaver's wall. He's getting locked up, but there goes the room.
Oh, great knockup!
Up, but they do get one so far. Chump John getting a low, but here it comes. Nice hit. Crit shot. Takes out Mordio. They're looking for more. Jurassic is low. Is it going to hit? No. Hits LeBlanc. Doesn't kill.
Man, okay, so that was pretty good all around. Definitely Zenith came out best for that. It was a great ult by Shady to pop everyone up at the very back of it, and so it really separated the team from Maokai.
But Sudsy, with
but
that
still,
Weaver wall,
yeah, it did really well.
Keeping Kled right there in the circle, and that's the weird thing about the Weaver's wall. Whenever you create more terrain around the map, there's that little space, and that's what you want to do with Trundle's wall or Pillar as well.
Exactly.
If you pin them directly in the wall, it actually messes up their clicking.
Yeah.
And that one was legit. He was stuck in that wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
There was nothing else he could have done, and he got popped out of Scarl, got taken down with 4 members there. And then Mordio, I'm not sure what exactly happened, but he seemed to actually go back into the team with that flash.
I think it must have been, what's the ability, the Talia ability to pull him back. I think he must have gotten hit by that. Yeah, because that's the only other thing that I could have think of, because I did see that too. There's nothing else that would have done that to him.
But he did burn flash from that.
Yeah.
I feel and there's another possibility of this. This is a long
Maybe
shot.
he accidentally flashed the other way.
Because he was trying to shoot a torpedo.
Yeah.
A sound torpedo over.
That could have been
and
it.
Instead of firing flash because he pressed the keys too fast. I feel that might have been an issue.
That could have been.
And here we go, Galen looking for Mordio. Mordio is so squishy right now. And look at this, he does have 2 stacks right now. He wants another one, but Galen caught on the wrong side, misses, switches out on that, and there we go. Gillette now on the wrong side, trying to do something, and can't really make it. So great job on Galen to get away from that.
Yeah, great job. Doing a lot of damage, showing that he's really strong at the moment.
He does have 2 stacks on his passive set, so that is very good on his part.
And that's the big deal too. A lot of Rengar players will tell you that, getting like a 5th stack, even if you die for it, then it's really worth it.
Yeah,
so because it gives you so much AD.
25% extra AD plus 25 AD. It's just raw.
That's one of the things too that when I was saying about the Infernal Dragon when they were first doing it, make a play bot lane, because that gives if Rengar ever gets to the 5th stack, then that just gives him that much more damage. So.
Actually, Caitlyn got taken extremely low.
Yeah, he got getting poked down by Varus.
And this is what they didn't want to happen last time as well with the Jhin. And then Varus was up, they decided not to ban it out, and it's really costing them.
Yeah, and they're pinging out mid lane, so it looks like Gillette's going to kind of roam up top. They see that he's roaming up top now, but yeah, Jurassic got poked out pretty well. It was a good job by Evan to land a lot of those arrows, but I don't know if they got caught by a few wards, so they know what was going to happen, and already Jurassic is making his way back up top. So, but Mordio is there. He's cleared out a few wards, but it's going to be a 3v2, except it'll be kind of a delayed 3v3.
Yeah, Sudsy, getting a good
great
cyclist
pop-up.
shove, but both chains land, takes a little bit of damage, does walk away unscathed.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. Gillette popped the clone there, so it was kind of it was odd to see which one was which. So I think
something to mention: both mid laners went Abyssal Scepter first.
Yeah,
exactly the same, meaning their damage kind of doesn't really change in that regard.
Yep.
So it just means that they're going to do more damage to other people. They're still going to have a slugfest in the mid lane.
Definitely, yeah, for sure. And we'll see how this ends up. Luckily, Gillette got a lot of help from the beginning, because or else if he didn't get much help from Shady and then also Mordio, then that would have probably gone a completely different way, because you still see the CS difference is still slightly in Sudsy's favor just because. But there's going to be a free dragon given over. That's pretty good for Zenith.
No wards on that side of the map. So they get that, and there we go. In the top side, they know that they know they're looking for it, and Gillette actually takes quite a bit of damage, but Mordio is there. And unfortunately, Jurassic has to run. He can't stay there. None of his team is there, and they're going to get a nice top tower, I believe. No, they actually back off. They got run off by the team because Rengar is actually fighting in the backside. Oh, man, and Gillette got taken so low.
Yeah, Gillette almost died right there. So that would have been a pretty big deal, because Kled wasn't there, and it would have ended up the numbers in favor.
Oh, and here we go. Sudsy in the mid lane. Oh, good flash. Exhaust goes down. Oh, he might survive. He's looking for it. Seismic. Oh! Away. Scarl is down there looking for it. They do get the kill. Great trade. Sudsy picking up the kill. They're looking for more. Arrows are flying through, and Sudsy has to back away, but they want a little bit more. Bolo does not hit. Holy crap.
Wow. That was so
beautifully
close.
played. And Chumgong taking a little bit of damage, but Sudsy played that like an absolute pro. The flash over the wall, plus and a little extra.
Oh,
and
Gillette.
John has to
Good
flash
flash.
away. Good job. But going back to that original fight, Sudsy just barely surviving by the barest of margins with the exhaust.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have had the exhaust, if he definitely was dead. But it was great play, great reactionary play too. I mean,
and here we go again. Oh, Rek'Sai caught out on the wrong side. He does not have ultimate, so they're running under the tower. Skarl, Kled is there. They're looking to backtrack over. Galen, you are looking right into the Lion's mouth here, and they want this fight now. They're low, so this could be a cause for concern. Sudsy once again jumped on. He's going to get flatlined, but jumped down in the backline. There it is. Gillette going to survive. What's happening in there? Look at that. Again, he does get the kill, though. Clegg gets it, but he is going to go down. Oh, he gets it. No,
barely.
In time. Skarl is not able to save Kled.
Wow, that was so close.
Sudsy again, though, surviving. He is barely making it out of these fights, and he's doing so much work. 2-2-2. Such a great scoreline for how long he has been punished this entire game.
That was unbelievable. That was this close. Jurassic killed him just in time before his health bar pretty much reset. So, wow, that was really good timing, luckily for Jurassic, or else that would have been way different if Skarl would have popped
if you look at it now, he now has 4 stacks on his passive.
Yeah,
I want to say it's enough to actually, let's actually take a look. I think we have a little bit of time in here. I want to take a look. He only has 1. It's been the same one every single time.
Oh, that's
that is
yeah, because
so unfortunate.
the thing with the Rengar stack, you can't just get 5 kills. It has to be all 5 different champions. So, you know, in order for you to get the 5th stack, you have to kill or get an assist of each champion, and there's a small time frame there. Oh, but Gillette is going to get caught. Oh, there's the stack.
Get it. Great kill, and that's, again, another one for him. But the weird thing is it's 1, 2, and 4. He's been participating in quite a few, but those 4 assists, one of them had to come from another member because it's a 3 and 2 death area.
Yeah.
So it had to come through. And I'm wondering if it's just a mix-up on the UI, and that might have been it.
That could be it. Or also, you got to be. It's possible too that those assists that he got wasn't in enough time because there is a time frame in order to get the stack.
That might be it.
It could possibly be the assist was still there, but it wasn't enough time to get the stack.
In between, it has to be in different separate moments. So. Very good understanding of that mechanic there, because I never knew that. I always thought you could just kill people multiple times
exactly,
and get it.
And it used to be that way. But
well, that would stack a 20, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was insane. But
oh, and there it is, Chain of Corruption landing, but only landing on a few
good
members.
ult by Maokai though.
And there it is, Jurassic taking quite a bit of damage, but they do knock down the tower. And it looks like they want to re-engage this fight. They're looking for West Coast.
That's a lot of damage.
Is wanting it. And Galen in the backline pops Skarl. He is down. They're looking for this Gillette. Oh, wow. Maokai right to the backline. That is such a weird mechanic. They're going to get Gillette. He's going to go down. Mordio is next on the list. Jurassic taking so much punishment, but they are going to look to Evan. They get it down.
Oh,
Here
the wall!
goes the wall. They are sectioning everyone off. That's a choke point, ladies and gentlemen. You don't
Skarl's back.
Yep, the tree gets the root. And West Coast carry. You can't carry against the wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Galen! Whoa!
Double kill. Galen with that kill. He is doing absolutely fantastic.
Oh, he got the kill back.
Yeah, he did. And he goes down, but not before. He almost gets all his stacks, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. That was a great fight for Zenith there. Unbelievable. I don't even know where Chum John went. I was like, wait, he's gone.
Yeah, he went all over the place. And that is one of the weirdest mechanics I think I've ever seen. So and I've actually known this because I've seen it so many times I wanted to research it. So with Maokai's root, if he flies to you, you cannot flash before it actually finishes up the animation. Mm-hmm. It will actually latch onto until he pops out of the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you move, like the distortion, that's what was so weird. Gillette thought he had gotten away already because the root had reached him.
So he distorted twice.
Yeah, since Maokai did not actually pop up, there was no character, it's still thinking that it's still in that movement.
Yeah.
So that's why it transferred, and it gave them the lead they need. That is not a bug, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
real.
That's
how it actually works.
That was crazy.
And it was so perfectly timed that it gave them that kill on Gillette, and that's what they needed. Remember, Gillette is the one that can burst the backline. And we talked about it before, West Coast carry and Mordio can't get to the backline like the Olaf could before. They did so much work. Evan did so much work under Jurassic, but they still got taken down in the end. And Zenith is now back in the driver's seat to a fair extent. Great job. 3 towers to 0. RMU, unfortunately, a little bit behind now.
Yeah, they're still definitely in this game for sure. But Zenith definitely took a big lead there. Sudsy is really going off after really getting punished in the early game.
Revenge.
Seriously, because he was 1v2 almost the whole lane.
Not even 1v2, 1v3 at multiple points.
Seriously.
He only died twice, and there we go, Galen. And look at this. Galen is so strong right now. he now at least has 4, and again, Chump John just taking him out.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's look back on this because I want to see how many he has. I think he has 4. He's on 4, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 4.
Yeah.
He needs 1 more. I don't know who it is, and I want to know so
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. I wish it would say like exactly what the last stack would be, but I would assume maybe I would assume that the hardest
It's
one
Varus.
would be either Varus or Kled probably,
So the
because
reason
Kled
is because
pops up.
Varus hasn't died yet.
Ha!
I win.
Deductive reasoning.
Yes. All right. So looking back at it, Sudsy jumped on again by Gillette, but again, Gillette has to run away now. This is the power that they wanted from LeBlanc, or not LeBlanc, from Talia, because she can zone everyone, not just LeBlanc. That is so great when they're trying to burst someone out. You just zone them all away, push them all away, and you survive. This is such a great move, and I'm amazed I didn't see it before, but the Talia and team play so well.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to force RMU to have to back here, and they're going to be clearing out some wards here, and possibly looking up to set up Baron, because I mean, pretty much all the objectives are either topside because there's no dragon bot side, so you're going to see either the fights be topside for sure, and then maybe both of the top laners either go straight to Baron or both go bot because both of them have their teleport up.
Yeah, and again, just constant great work from these teams. And we saw RMU in the driver's seat earlier, but just 1 or 2 bad team fights. And that last fight, I have to say, was not in favor. But here they go
He
again.
used
They're
both of
trying
his
to get
W's.
Galen. He has no flash. He is locked up. He has nothing. He is going to go
Kled.
down in this fight. Yep, in comes Kled. They get the 1 for 0. What else can they get? I don't think they're going to get any more because, unfortunately, Zenith are not in the area.
Yeah, no, that was a really good pick for Zenith. Oh,
Yep.
Kled almost jumped in front of that.
Yeah, but it didn't do as much damage as you'd expect. So.
Yeah, so a really good pick for RMU there. That was pretty huge because now there's no fight for Baron at all. So now they can pressure the mid lane and possibly try to get this tower here.
Yeah, looking for it
They have good wave clear though with Talia, so it's going to be really difficult.
Yep, and there it is, the cycling stuff, just to shove them all back out of from inside the tower. Sorry.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. Karma now has a redemption, so that's a pretty big power strike, at least for Karma. And
in terms of utility,
exactly,
not damage. We're talking
exact
utility.
Yeah. So and Cadius is getting pretty close to also getting Locket, so that's going to be pretty big, especially against the LeBlanc. The extra shields is going to help a little bit too. So
yeah, Gillette pushing down that first outer tower for them. This is the first tower of the game for such a macro-heavy, proactive team. RMU only getting 1 tower so far.
Yeah, it's going to help with the gold lead just a little bit, but Zenith still definitely in the gold lead by a decent margin now still. And all of RMU is going to look to back. They have Baron definitely warded up pretty well, so the play on the map is still topside. So we'll probably see them still go topside. Kled's mid at the moment, but you'll probably see Kled return bot since Maokai is going to catch that wave. Either that or Kled's going to go straight to Baron, and they're going to try to do something to Baron and force a Maokai teleport.
Yep. And that's what they got to look for now. And now the options for, I feel, RMU are slowly dwindling. Because we talked about it earlier, the early game for Rengar, if it's not great, it's not going to be good. Mid game, it's still pretty strong. And late game is where he really falls off. But this is mid game right now. He now has 4 stacks. He can easily pop some of the carries that he wants. And it looks like Mordio really wants this. Oh! He jumped on Mordio. I wanted to say he knew that was going to happen. And Shady Crochet misses as well. This is what they want. Maokai in the backline. Looks like it's going to be a sweep. Oh no, Shady tried to flash. He is down. That is a 2 for 0. And in comes Kled. But he's getting exhausted. He's getting taken out. Sudsy's still alive. And everyone's going down. That is a 3 for 0 on the back of what is one of the weirdest situations I've ever seen a Rek'Sai and a Rengar be in.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Now, here's the thing. Evan's going to try and do some poke down. Obviously, he's going to try and get some poke onto Zenith, but you can possibly see a try for a steal.
It looks like, great wall. But Gillette is in there. They want to lock him down. He's getting bursted out. He does get, I believe, Rengar. They don't have a flash. There it is. Caitlyn picks it up. And, oh my lord, that was so ridiculous. So, that jump there, I have to say, I want to say he knew his backup was coming, so he actually jumped on Mordio. Yep. Mordio is not fully tanky yet. Doesn't have a completed item. He has 4 different sets for 4 separate items.
Yep.
And he hasn't finished any of it. That's so bad. And sorry, I'm losing my voice because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't just have so many components. Yeah, he definitely needs to start finishing items. He had such a great early game, and I think the fact that he has all those components is probably setting him behind just a little bit, but it was a really good play by Galen, and even though he died at the end, they picked up a kill onto LeBlanc, and that went over to Jurassic, and they got the Baron. So this is going to be a lot better for them, especially since they have the Mountain Dragon. that can help it push this with the Baron and do a bit more damage to this tower. But Mordio is on the side here, possibly looking to get in now. They're just going to give this up. This is one of the hardest towers to defend in League of Legends. So.
And honestly, a great job to Zenith Esports making this look easy right now. And Gillette looking like the damage is going to come through. Ooh, takes out a good chunk of health.
Yep.
Now, what's the next move for them?
Yeah, probably still push this wave. You have Rengar in the mid lane, but I think that's just to keep the wave going towards that way if they do get that inhib that they could have rotated. But looks like they're going to back off a bit. Probably look for this next dragon, but the dragon's not up for another 40 seconds. So
I have to say, for Evan's sake, he has played amazing. Not giving that 5th stack over,
yeah,
but
that's really big.
0 deaths.
Definitely, that's pretty big. Oh,
and they're looking for. Whoa! Sudsy got revenge from the early game. Said, "You're dead this time, Plant."
Galen's like, "Wait, I've ulted."
Yeah, it's just that's one of the scariest things. Like, you don't see it happen either. It's just like you get popped up and dead.
Yeah,
that was almost a true one-shot compilation.
Yeah, it really was. Well, not only that, but like you said, it's like really scary. Like I mean, like it legitimately scares you when like all of a sudden you're like boom, you're dead.
It reminds me of this video that's been floating around of Sven Skaren and Bjergsen.
Yeah,
and Bjergsen's actually running out from his base and he's just doing whatever. And Sven Skaren's waiting in a brush right outside of the base gate and just obliterates him. And you hear Bjergsen go, "What the heck?
Yeah.
You're just jacking off of my jump."
Yeah, exactly.
And it was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen. But that's the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
But in this competitive play, it gives you an advantage. You lose the Zyra, and we said it before. Zyra is so necessary for multiple people on these squads that pick.
Gillette's here though.
And Galen, good Weaver's Wall, gets
wall.
a good pick, but Distortion's right back there and has to drop the wall. Unfortunate they didn't get anyone, but Rengar is so good at drawing this out right now. They're really using Galen as bait right now, I feel.
Yeah, pretty much. And here comes a good redemption. It's going to heal some of the minions, but it's going to
actually all the minions that actually died at that time. It only picked up Chump Chomp, but
Galen's got caught.
Yep, and Chain of Redemption has gone down, but that's not enough. Look at that, they're so tanky right now. Oh, Chump Chomp flashes forward, gets onto A Shady. He's going to go down. Look at that poke coming out. This is the same damage as the one. No, Gillette in the back line, but doesn't kill anyone. This is what they want. They're looking for this great double kill from Jurassic, getting a double kill. Oh, and he gets knocked out once more. He might die. No, he survives. That is another one inhibitor down. They've broken the base. Now they're looking for the bottom side. They have a huge minion wave to work with. They can easily shut this down with the Baron buff, get another inhibitor, and that's going to open up the game for Zenith Esports.
Yeah, definitely. And good job not actually like trying to end there. Don't force anything, except getting a secure bot lane tower and the inhib and open up the bot lane pretty well. So great job also Evan not dying again.
Yeah.
And like staying alive, poking down Jurassic.
But
Jurassic
still,
went crazy in that fight.
I feel his passive play is actually harming the chances of RMU, because when you don't die, don't die is great.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't die is great. But when you are so far behind that you've only participated in 3 of the 10 kills there, that's detrimental to your team.
Yeah.
You either got to output more damage or you got to get in the front phase and play some sort of frontline side.
One of the problems too was he ulted and he got 4 of them. I mean, with his ult, he ended up getting 4 of them, and they were all rooted, and there was no one there to like engage. I feel like they were like, oh, there's such a perfect chance, but we can't do anything, So it was really unfortunate there for RMU, but there he pops in the.
And again, I keep saying this because during this entire time, Zenith Esports have only shown glimpses of a very proactive play. But it's on the backside of, we found this one person out of position, let's go for that and trade it into something else. It's nothing to say we're going to force a fight here. It's never that. But they played so well.
That's some real damage.
This is not good, though. Gillette is taken very low. Great seismic shove back out. Scarlet is almost dead. Great chain of corruption lands on the Karma. But they're going Weaver's Wall. Looks to get a kill all the way forward, getting the slows down. And multiple flashes are burned. Now they can just push up. Look at the health bars on that side. Bleeding red right now.
Yeah, they're pinging there, so they're. It looks like Rengar is going to go straight up, maybe try to catch that wave, and then they're going to need Chump John possibly to tank a little bit of this tower, and they might be able to get that second tower. So Talia and Rengar can go catch the wave, while the other 3 can go possibly take this tower. But RMU's reacting to it. They saved their base, so they're probably just going to walk this wave in.
Yeah, and again, And honestly, a lot of teams are probably going to disagree with me whenever I say, reactivity versus proactivity. But it's something that I've seen multiple times with these teams. And this is actually off the back end of a very bad engage from West Coast carry. Gillette was already poked out, but as soon as you ult in, you can't back out. Gillette got poked out. They weren't going to be able to follow it up. They have to get that poke down, and they didn't. And that cost them a tower.
Yeah.
Again, reactive play, they just know how to play the reactive plays.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so hard for some people to get the concept through their head, because I'm not saying it's stupid, but it's hard concept. To play, we always say proactivity makes the plays, but right now, reactivity is winning out these battles because the proactive plays are not good.
Mm-hmm.
They're not being made to a very good standard.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
I'm gonna get so roasted for that sentence overall, but it's what I see, and it sucks because RMU has played their hearts out. They were up 2-1 in this series, and I feel like they gave it away in Game 4. They could have had a chance to close it out, and they didn't, and now they're paying for it. Another good chain of corruption, but look at that. It's a deterrent. They can't do anything else about it. In the backline, Gillette taking out, look at that, just delete out the map. Mordio the same way, and look at it. They're trying to make a play happen, but again, the shielding, the solid tree in the middle there.
Yeah, I mean, look at his health bar. It's unbelievable.
And he has a potion of Colossus, I think. He is humongous.
Yeah, he's literally
just
giant.
Walking, look at that. He's sitting there tanking the tower like, what up?
Yeah,
And
the base is
minions,
getting destroyed. Yeah,
super minions just taking them all. Redemption just to kind of finish it off, and amazing job from Zenith Esports to fight back from a 2-1 deficit after a heartbreaking loss in Game 3.
They're gonna try and possibly end here though.
Yeah, they're gonna look towards it. I think they can. That's still 10 seconds down if they just focus on the tower. No, Karma goes down. They're looking to pad the KDA, but I think they have it down right
Jurassic
now.
might go down here.
Yeah, no, I think they have it though, because up on the top side they do have Chump John just whacking away. That's gonna be game.
Wow.
And beautifully played from Zenith Esports once again.